Bona's peanut butter chocolate. All right, so it has been a minute since we got into some Bona. Let me give a little background info for the people who are new to the feed. So, as I dig in, keeping y'all hanging and spilling it on the counter as usual. Bona is out of, I like to say, New York City. Yeah, he's finally opened up a shop in Port Chester. I believe that's right. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But he also has an ice cream truck, and he does, I don't want to call them pop-ups, but is, parked around the city different days or ventures in. I don't know his schedule anymore. But he does get around in the ice cream truck too. So back in, golly, it may have been close to a year now. Anyways, I was fortunate enough to try them on my try Bona on my trip to New York City back in May of 2019, pre-pandemic, and it was wonderful. So the fact that they went on Goldbelly shortly thereafter was phenomenal. And this is my last of a 6-pack, but I need to order again because I'm sure things have gotten better, processes, quality in terms of packing and shipping and whatnot. And I remember struggling to pick 6 out because there were so many good flavors. So I need to go back and pick another 6, get another order. Anyways, the signature on this, oh boy, let me get the description here. This peanut butter chocolate is a peanut butter ice cream with peanut butter dough, peanut butter cookie dough, and ribbons of homemade fudge. Now the signature Bona move is to top it with torched meringue. Unfortunately, I got carried away and I've eaten a lot of it. You can see here, just a little bit here, but for you guys' sake, I'll throw up a picture right here so you can check it out. But you can see here the light is obviously the peanut butter ice cream. You can see some dark, quote-unquote, swirls. I'll tell you what I mean by that shortly here. And then you can see a peanut butter dough chunk right there. So let's knock out this meringue real quick. It's super easy. It's all what you expect. It's just essentially egg whites and sugar, just whipped together. So it's super sweet. The torched is a nice touch. I don't necessarily think it has a huge impact on the pint besides aesthetic looks. Nonetheless, it's a unique touch to the ice cream. As for the base, I'm kind of indifferent with the texture. I'm going to call it dense and premium, but there's denser and more premium on the market. Not bad though. I don't want you to think that I'm trying to get that meringue off. Don't feel like eating it all right now, so I'll show you. Above average density and texture for sure. Not the creamiest, not the most premium. Flavor, I'm gonna have to say it's about the same. Yes, I'm gonna call it a natural peanut butter. It's a little more sweet than it is salty. It does lack the saltiness that I greatly prefer in a peanut butter based anything as far as ice cream. Is it bad? No, but just like the texture, I've had better. I don't know where to go from here because we're either gonna go up or we're gonna go down. I've always been a bad news first kind of guy. Let's do that. I do have an issue with the swirl, a fairly big one. First of all, I'm not so sure you can call it a swirl. I'm trying to eat some peanut butter ice cream and show you the swirl, but there's not much to see. I mean, you can see the darker spots slinging around, but basically it's almost like it's just fudge ice cream, like there's peanut butter ice cream and fudge ice cream. It's swirled into the ice cream. Like there's no swirl texture to it. It blends right into the ice cream. My spoon just cuts right through it. And it's like I'm still scooping the ice cream texture. In fact, some of it is a tad icy, which is obviously a no-no. All right, that bite right there was minimal iciness, but I did get the tiniest crunch. So texturally, I I have an issue with it. Secondly, the flavor, I don't think it's that strong. And probably, I mean, fudge is gonna be a strong flavor, so I'm probably just not tasting it because it's really lacking. It's just, here, I flipped over what's left to see if you can, I mean, you can't even, it's a darker brown color there, but you still can't really tell. So basically, the flavor is, there were some spoonfuls where I got a larger amount, and I got a fudge richness. But overall, I mean, this is heavy on the peanut butter. But we do have some peanut butter cookie dough. And I need to clarify, it's peanut butter chocolate chip cookie dough. There's chocolate chips in there, which is nice because the fudge swirl was lacking and I'm getting more chocolate in the peanut butter cookie dough. So kudos. I mean, they're good sized cookie dough chunks. I will admit they were lacking. I probably had, you're gonna see 3 here. You saw those 2, and then here's a third on my spoon, a much bigger one, but I probably only had like 5, maybe 6. However, flavor, great. A much more saltier peanut butter flavor, which is kind of strange. I figured the cookie dough would be sweeter, but it's not. Much saltier, which is what this pint needed with all the sweetness from the peanut butter base and the meringue swirl. Great addition here. Awesome texture too. Gritty, gooey, chewy. It's your typical raw cookie dough-like texture with every bite. Yeah, just ate that off the counter. Don't judge me. All right, summary. I'm gonna have to call this average. Average at best, probably. If it wasn't for the peanut butter cookie dough, we'd be struggling. So with that said, I mean, you know I love you, Bona, but you get the truth here with me. There's far better out there. I honestly should rescoop, get another, not rescoop this particular flavor, but just get another shipment to see what processes, you know, what changes were made to the processes, because this was I got one of the first shipments that he shipped out. Nonetheless, it needs some work. Bona peanut butter chocolate gets a 6 out of 10.